Welcome everybody to the seasonal diet, eating what our ancestors ate when they ate it, like we were evolved to do. Continuing our week about pickled foods, we are here in the midwinter when all these are in top season in our ancestors' diet, especially if you come from a place with cold winters and nothing else is growing at the time. Pickled foods was a big way that our ancestors fed themselves and stayed alive throughout the winter. Today we are speaking about olives, one with the oldest history of preservation perhaps, both making it into olive oil and pickling or drying. And it might even be one of the most ancient foods of all time that we have evidence that humans ate. Olives were cultivated first about 7,000 years ago, but we know that they were eaten by hunter-gatherers up to 100,000 years ago. But we have fossil evidence that the olive tree had its origins 20 to 40 million years ago, right in the same place as it's commonly found today in Italy. So olives have probably been eaten by humans since the beginning of our existence. There is lots more history there and cool written evidence that we will go into in another video. But here is just a quick word on the pickling process. As mentioned in other videos, pickling is a very simple process that we think humans have been doing for 8,000 years or more. The first pickled olives we have evidence of goes back almost 7,000 years to the Israel region. And as always, the coolest thing about preserved foods such as these olives is that they have a very long shelf life and can easily be traded with other cultures so they can eat them too. So absolutely, pickled and preserved olives in the Mediterranean, if your ancestors are from there, have a very long tradition of being in your ancestors' diets. But even in places like the north of Europe, they could have been too. They could have been traded, and our ancestors could have gotten a taste of some pickled olives or olive oil for many thousands of years as well. And that's not even speaking about the differences in climate, for example. The temperature in the north of Europe was very warm, almost like the Mediterranean climate during the warmest periods of the Bronze Age, and could be very possible that olives grew there then as well, just like we know grapes did. But that's all for today. Do you have any favorite types of olives? How do you like to preserve it? Do you like to have it in any specific recipes where your ancestors come from? Let us all know.